English teachers पढ़ाए तो simple लगे everything. Leaderboards and quizzes से
Amazing.
learning हो जाए happening. समझ आएगा तो मजा आएगा.
Vedantu, learn live online. To attend a free live class, download the app now.
Hey 10th class, hey bacha log, how are you all? I hope all of you are doing absolutely fine, and I am back. Your chemistry master teacher Anubha Ma'am is back. So what we are going to do today, as you were expecting, कि ma'am periodic classification. So bacha log, this video is going to be super important for you for exam point of view, because generally in this aspect, in this chapter का aspect, 3 mark वाला question came and that too subjective one. तो बहुत सारे subjective question करेंगे so that the topic is going to be clear for all of you, right? So I hope all of you are having a very high josh on this note. We are starting score booster for periodic classification of elements. Just before that, some small information I really want to give to all of you, that if you want to excel like these students, the result which Vedantu had produced this 2019 wala academic year, so just be a part of Vedantu and your journey is going to be super awesome with all the wonderful teachers of Vedantu. You know all the team of Vedantu, right? You know all your awesome master teachers. You have Amrit Raj sir for biology, Anubha Ma'am for chemistry, your master teacher Abhishek sir, है ना, Abhishek sir for physics, Shubham ma'am for SST and Harsh Priyam sir for mathematics. तो आपको पता है that this is going to be super amazing journey and you can learn so much with the your curriculum as well as whatever the knowledge you can get from here, right? Because we approach on all the areas so that every aspect of your learning is going to be super duper clear, right? तो उसके लिए you can download this or you can go for this micro course also, chapter wise discussion. Like if you want to enroll for a particular chapter, having doubt for particular chapter, you can enroll for the same. उसके लिए just go through this link and everything is going to be super clear, because if you are going to apply this code, you can get this course as low as 11 rupees. So that's not a bad deal at all. And agar you are able to clear all your doubts, you can revise your topic, so why not, right? Good. उसके अलावा you can go for our crash course which we have started. So 10th का crash course, all the revision of science, mathematics, English and SST is going to be done by all the best teachers of Vedantu. So just be a part of crash course by going through this link and apply this code, that is AGCC. कैसे? This lightning prize में you are going to get this course, right? So be there. You are going to be taught by all of the amazing teachers of Vedantu, and every concept is going to be super duper clear for all of you. And just a thank you note for from Vedantu side, that Vedantu got this Users Choice App Award 2019 only because of all of you guys, because you only voted for us and make it such a wonderful event. Okay, so thank you so much on this note, and you can join the Telegram page of ours so that you can get all the update of Vedantu. This is the link for 9th and 10th. Please join. You can ask your doubt, you can get the schedule, and all of the journey with the help of technology is going to be super easy for all of you, right? तो जल्दी से we are starting the video. All the newcomers just subscribe to Vedantu and ढेर सारा क्या करना है, like बटन प्रेस करते रहो, and क्या होगा उससे, Vedantu will also feel motivated and always come up with more and more new things to help you out, guys, right? So on this note, let's start our topic, periodic classification of elements, with very first question on your screen right now. Okay, क्या करेंगे? All the 5 marks question, how you should approach the question, how you should write the question, what exactly is the answer you should write. Okay, सब चीज़ों पे ध्यान देंगे. And I have attached the solution in detail. So whenever you're going to download, you are going to get the proper line to line answer, that how you can approach. Right? तो चलो, keep the josh high. And on this note, let's start with very first question. How many elements are known till date? So that's like a contradictory part, because if you go for the modern periodic table right now, which is there in NCERT, so this is 118 elements which is written, right? 118 elements which is written, but some of the student was sending me some table in which 127 elements were there. They are still discovering more and more elements, but right now which was adapted by NCERT is this much, 118 elements. Okay, then next, list the triads that Dobereiner could identify. So Dobereiner in his law, the first one who classified the elements on the basis of certain groups and gave us a better approach to study the properties of elements, and he discovered three triads. Okay, what was those three triads? Let's discuss those three triads one by one. One is lithium, sodium and potassium, right? Second one is fluorine, chlorine and bromine. Fluorine, chlorine and bromine. And the third one is calcium, calcium, barium, strontium. Okay, these were the three law, that was three triads which was given by him. What is basically a triad? A group of three elements in such a way that the mass of the middle one is having the average property of first and third. As well as mass is also average. So chlorine, here sodium and barium must have average mass. You can calculate for one also. Lithium has 7, potassium has 39. So the mass of sodium that came out to be 7 plus 39, that is 46 by 2, that is 23, which is correct only. So he gave these three triads. You can remember in this way also. So I can tell you the whole approach to remember all the groups basically. तो ये कैसे याद करना है? Those three members from modern periodic approach I'm telling. So that was, before that there is hydrogen. तो इसको कैसे याद करोगे? I'll tell you in 1 second. Helena की रब से फरियाद. Okay, this way you can remember. Helena की रब से फरियाद, and your triad would be Lena की. You can remember in this way, Lena की. Okay, if I talk about this, तो ये इस तरीके से याद कर सकते हो. These are the member: fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, astatine, and this is your triad. The way to remember this whole series is, whole group is फिर कल बाहर आया ऑटो. Okay, this way you can remember, and chlorine, bromine, iodine coming in between, that's one of the triad which you can make. If I go for this one, this वाला group, तो इसको भी देख लेते हैं एक बार. So that is nothing but बेटा मांगे कार, scooter, बाप, Razi or Roy, whatever. If the father is Ambani, then obviously Razi. If the father is like, okay, not that rich, so he'll be like Roy only. Beta mange car, scooter, baap, Razi. And what is your triad? Ye. Car, scooter, baap. Okay, no offense, just the way to remember. Okay, so these are the three triads which was given by Dobereiner. Okay, let's move ahead. We'll study its drawback also as one of the question, and achievement also. Next is, which scientists believe that no more elements will be discovered in future? So that scientist was Newland, who gave the law of octaves. Law of octave, he said that this is the element which is there, no more elements can come. So our table will be defined till this much element only, right? So this was the third question, ABC part. Let's move ahead with the next part. What was the nationality of Mendeleev? In which year his periodic table was published? So अगर मैं इसकी बात करूँ, the whole name of the scientist like Mendeleev is Dmitry Ivanovich Mendeleev. Okay, Dmitry Ivanovich Mendeleev, नाम से पता चल रहा है. What could be its identity? Nothing but Russian. Okay, तो वो कौन था? वो था एक Russian scientist, right? In 1872 he gave this periodic table, right? How many periods and groups are there in the modern periodic table? The modern periodic table which we study right now, which is the best approach to study so much systematic study, has 18 groups. What basically are groups? These vertical columns, right? And 7 periods. What are the periods? Periods are these horizontal rows, right? So in modern periodic table we have 18 groups and 7 periods. Easy question, and we got to know so much about these tables from earlier classification till now, right? So let's move to next question. 5 question, 1 mark. So 5 marks is achieved. Next question right now on our screen. Name first 3 member of group 2 and group 16. So as I told you, हम trick पढ़ रहे हैं साथ में so that it would be easy for all of us to remember all the members. So if I talk about group 2, what basically group 2 number represent? Group 2 मतलब that's the second group, second vertical line in the whole periodic table, and 2, that group number also represent valence electron. So there is one rule which you need to remember. If your valence electron is either 1 or 2, that will also represent its group number, right? If the valence electron is either 1 or 2, that also represent group number. Group number 1 means valence electron 1, group number 2 means valence electron 2. But if valence electron is more than 2, if valence electron is more than 2, then group number would be 10 plus valence electron. क्या होगा? 10 plus valence electron. So if valence electron is 3, group number is 13. Valence electron is 4, group number 15. Valence electron 5, group number 15. Valence electron 6, group number 16. Okay? तो valence electron जिसके पास भी 6 है, that has a group number 16, right? And group number 2 matlab valence electron is also 2. So if I talk about their first member valence electron 2, तो 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन सबसे पहले किसके पास है? हीलियम के पास या नहीं? राइट. So first 2 valence electron means 2 valence electron you can easily donate. तो वो किसके पास है? बेरिलियम के पास, because its configuration is 2-2, the first member of group 2, क्योंकि valence electron 2 है. Okay, so now I know the whole group. बेटा मांगे कार स्कूटर बाप राजी. Okay, beta mange car scooter bap razi. So you can easily write down the first 3 member. 2 shell, that means second period se belong karta hai. 3 shell, that is going to belong from third period. 4 shell, that means it is going to be present in the fourth period, fourth horizontal row. Right, and now group 16 की बात करूँ मैं तो 6 valence electron. So the first member that has 6 valence electron is having total this much electron, right? That is 8 electron. तभी 6 valence electron होगा when the first shell is completely filled. क्योंकि first में maximum 2, then next में maximum possibility of 8. I wrote 6. That is 8 electron, which is nothing but oxygen. So this is what, once again let me write, yeah, this is first member is oxygen. So 16th group starts from oxygen. We can also call it oxygen family, right? And what is the mnemonics which you can prefer to remember it? Usse Tepo. Okay, I'm a teacher and I'm not, telling you to do all of these things. It's just a way to remember the way I used to remember in my time. Okay, so it's like usse tepo. Okay, matlab cheating, but nahi karni hai. Okay, oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium and polonium, these are the member of group 16, right? Very good. Let's move to next question. Next question is name any 4 metalloids. Okay, let's go for that also. If I give you some example of metalloids, तो metalloids क्या है? When you look at the modern periodic table, metalloid is something which differentiate between your metals and non-metals. Most of the periodic table has metals. Then there is a this diagonal. Then apart from that, right side of that diagonal we have non-metal. And what are the members like metalloids? Boron, silicon, germanium, arsenic, antimony, tellurium. That's it. These are your metalloids in modern periodic table. Okay, boron, silicon, germanium, you need to remember 3. So first 3 you can prefer ऐसे diagonally present होते हैं. Arsenic, antimony, tellurium. I'll show you in coming 2-3 minutes. Okay, I have that table with me. And the next question is, which chemical properties were stressed by Mendeleev which formulating his periodic table? So if I talk about Mendeleev's periodic table, he arranged all the elements on the basis of increasing atomic mass. When mass is increasing, every member is having consecutive member is having comparatively high mass, then high mass, and so on. And the main chemical property which he prefer so that he can write all the elements in a group is making their oxide and hydride. So what did he do? Let me tell you right now. Yeah, you can make short notes also because that is going to be helpful for you, क्योंकि बहुत important lecture है ये. So basically what he do, he took all the members. So basically he made 8 groups, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. 8 groups he made. And how he made all the groups? By deciding their chemical property by making their oxide and hydride. So first is making this oxide and hydride, second is making this oxide and hydride, and so on. Simultaneous oxide and hydride जो भी बना रहा था, he put it in a one group. That's why he make 8 groups in such a way. Right? So this is the property, increasing atomic mass and making their oxide and hydride. Right? Clear? Okay. Let's see the next part. Write the following elements in order of increasing atomic number. Atomic number concept was given by, as a law was given by Henry Moseley. So we need to write their atomic number, which is super duper easy. Let's do that. Magnesium, lithium and aluminium. Magnesium is having 12 as the atomic number, right? Lithium 3 and aluminium 13. Easy question. Now वो क्वेश्चन कह रहा है इन ऑर्डर ऑफ इंक्रीजिंग एटॉमिक नंबर. मतलब most of the time I have seen so many students making mistake in increasing and decreasing order. Increasing order means first you need to write the least number, then highest number, then the maximum वाला number. तो इनमें lithium first, then magnesium, then aluminium. Right? This is the answer. Next part. Give the electronic configuration of the following element. एक मार्क में कई बार ऐसे क्वेश्चन पूछ लेता है. तो you should know. If I talk about carbon, कार्बन की बात करें तो कार्बन का जो atomic number है that is 6. Phosphorus is 15, and if I talk about chlorine, 17. And how I write configuration depending upon 2n square rule, the maximum number of electron that can be fulfilled in first shell is 2, then 8, then 18, and then so on. Okay, so this is 2, then next may 4, this is 2, 8, then 5. If I talk about this chlorine, so 2, 8 and 7. 2, 8 and 7, this is what you can write. I hope this is making sense. This you know from 9th class also, right? तो चलो let's move to next question now. बहुत easy question किए अभी तो. Next question is very important question which generally asked by examiner in 1 mark. तो question क्या है? And don't worry, exam is going to be easy only if you have focused on certain small things. You are never going to disappoint क्योंकि आपको पहले से पता होगा and you are able to write it properly. Okay? Question is, why do we classify elements? Very good question, right? So very good question. Why? Because that's the whole basis of this chapter, why we need to classify. Ab socho, who is going to study 118 elements and talking about all the properties. So basically, if I talk about this classification of elements, why we do it? So that the study can become easy. How? We generally prefer to write all the elements in groups, and the basis of writing the elements in group is this way only, that the properties are going to repeat. So why do we classify elements? So that we can make our study easy by classify them together in groups, so that they are following the same kind of property and our study can become easy, right? Yes. क्योंकि अगर मैं ग्रुप 1 की बात करूं, वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन वुड बी सेम, ग्रुप 2 वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन सेम, सो सेम काइंड ऑफ केमिकल प्रॉपर्टीज दे आर गोइंग टू शो. ठीक है. Next, what are the two criteria used in development of modern periodic table? Very good. So first, you know that Henry Moseley is the one who gave the modern periodic law, which is a better approach to write all the elements in the periodic table. He said that the main thing should be atomic number. On the basis of this only, you should have arranged all the elements. Why? Because atomic number basically is representing number of protons, right? Number of protons, and number of protons for every element is going to be fixed and not going to change at all. If number of proton is fixed for every element, not going to repeat, not going to change at all. So that's a fundamental property of any element. Good to represent in that way, not atomic mass, which like any element can have more than one atomic mass also. The concept of isotope, that can be avoided by the same. Right? And the next criteria, that apart from number of electron, that also gives information about number of electron, because this should be equal only atom is neutral. If number of electron we know, we can easily write electronic configuration. And if we know how to write electronic configuration, it is so easy to predict the properties of any element. We can also know where exactly it is going to present, like in what period and in what group. So electronic configuration ka information as well as atomic number ka information is such a better approach that our study has become super duper easy now, right? So these are the two funda. Next, metalloids. Okay, state the position of metals, non-metals and metalloids in the periodic table. So if I talk about the whole periodic table in such a way, as I told you, most of the elements, 92 to 94 elements, are metals only, present on the left hand side, going on. Then there will be a diagonal which is representing metalloid, which is separating your metal with the non-metal. So left hand side mein metal, right hand side mein non-metal, and there is one diagonal which is separating it. Now you will be like, ma'am, how? So dekho, this is the whole periodic table. All this purple color is representing your metal. So itna sara metal hai. These are your metalloid. Boron, silicon, germanium, antimony, arsenic, antimony and tellurium. So ye blue color is representing that diagonal which is metalloid, and this green color is representing your non-metal, which is comparatively less but so much important for our existence, just like carbon and oxygen and nitrogen, right? So this is something which we should know. Correct? Samajh aaya? Funda clear hai ya nahi? Yes, super clear. Okay, let's move to its last part. Would you place two isotopes of chlorine 35 and chlorine 37 in different slot of the periodic table because of their different atomic masses, or in the same slot because their chemical properties are same? Justify your answer. That has already come in the board exams. Okay, very good question. So this was the basically nothing but the drawback of Mendeleev's periodic table, right? Why? Because if you try to write same element in different slot, that is of not making any significance, right? Same element, chemical property same, that is going to behave in a same way, so why I would have to give it 2 different slot, right? So that approach is wrong. The better approach is to give it only 1 slot, because the element is same only, it is going to show the same kind of chemical properties. So no, like, you know, giving it to different slots, right? Okay, very good. So now again 5 more marks. How to approach it is easily in your pocket. Okay, chalo, let's move ahead. One more question right now on your screen, and the question is saying an element is placed in 2nd group and 3rd group of periodic table. It bonds in the presence of oxygen to form basic oxide. Identify the element. An element is present in 2nd group. See, information likh lete hain, and 3rd period. That is sufficient to reach to any result. 2nd group ka matlab valence electron must be 2. 3rd period ka matlab total number of shells are 3, and you know that if this is having 2 valence electron, this and this should be fully filled. First में maximum 2 आता है, second में maximum 8 आता है, then only I can go for the 3rd shell having 2 electrons. I hope this is clear. 3rd period मतलब total number of electrons, whatever are these, present into 3 shell, and group 2 is telling that 2 is the valence electron. So कौन सा element है? Now we are able to find out easily that the element is nothing but having 12 electron, also 12 proton, which is your magnesium, having 12 as the atomic number. So that element is nothing but magnesium. And I know the electronic configuration as well, that is 2A2. Very good. Good question. This kind of a question generally asked into exams. Okay. आगे का part, let's see. Write the balanced chemical equation when it bonds in presence of oxygen, and जब oxygen के साथ oxide बना लेगा, what will happen when you dissolve it in water? Okay, तो सबसे पहले whenever you take magnesium and whenever it is going to burn, try करो. That is one of the activity in NCERT, burning of magnesium ribbon in presence of air. So that will produce a white dazzling light and you will get that powder, right? तो क्या बनेगा? Magnesium oxide का white color powder. If I need to balance it, 2 mg plus O2 is going to give you 2 MgO. ठीक है? Very good. Next part. Now, if you have this magnesium oxide, which we know that metallic oxides are basic in nature, right? Metal का oxides are basic in nature. Now, I put it into water. तो क्या बनेगा? देखो, whenever you take your metallic oxide and put it into water, they will give you metallic hydroxide. Okay? तो ये क्या है? H, OH, this is Mg and O. और बनेगा क्या? हाइड्रोक्साइड का फॉर्मूला MgOH twice magnesium hydroxide, because magnesium का valency is 2, OH is having -1 charge. I need -2 so that neutral compound I can make, so 2 only. And reaction is already balanced. How? I have 1 Mg, 1 OH and 1 OH, 2 OH, right? So MgOH twice, which is your magnesium hydroxide, which has a tendency to turn your red litmus to blue, because that's metal hydroxide releases OH ions, which is a property of a base. Correct? Very good. बहुत अच्छा. Easy question only, not difficult. You just need to put small, brain in for this question. Electron dot structure for the formation of this oxide. Okay, so let's see that also. If I talk about magnesium, how we draw electron dot structure, उसके लिए we should have write the symbol of all the elements and their valence electron. Magnesium has 2 valence electron. Oxygen का atomic number is 8. 2, 6 is the configuration, so 6 is the number of valence electron. I can also represent it by some different kind of dot or cross, that's on our hand, कि हम ऐसे कर सकते हैं. Now what is going to happen? Oxygen need, that's a non-metal. Non-metal accept electron, metal donates electron to satisfy the octet rule, that is 8 electron in its last shell stability. Oxygen needed 2 electron, which can be easily given by your magnesium having 2 extra electron. So what is going to happen? Magnesium making +2 by losing 2 of its electron, and oxygen 6 electron of its own, 2 electron of magnesium, and if you gain electron you will become negative, 2 electron 2 negative. This is the compound that is going to form, और इसको क्या बोलते हैं? Ionic compound, right? Why ionic compound? Metal donates, non-metal accept. Charge, ionic compound मतलब charge compound by complete transfer of electron. Metal and non-metal makes ionic compound only. Right? Clear है? Easy question only. Very good. So let's move ahead. We have done like so many amazing questions. तो इसी के साथ one more beautiful questions in front of us. Question is, consider the following element A, B, C, D, E, F. Answer the following giving reasons which of the above elements you would expect to be very stable. And we know that if we are talking about stability, that if a compound is stable or not, how can I judge the stability if that is inert in nature, right? If it is going to follow noble gas configuration. Noble gas configuration. So let's see that. Let's do one thing. Let's write A, B, C, D, E, F. And on the bottom side, that subscript side, they have written their atomic number. That is what the actual representation is. Above mass number, below atomic number. So A ka 20, that is 2882. If I talk about B, 26. If I talk about C, that is 18. So 288. If I talk about D, that is 286. If I talk about E, that is 24. If I talk about F, 2. So that is 2 in the last shell because that is stable only. So I have written all the configuration. I hope you guys don't have any doubt in writing electronic configuration because you know it from 9th class also. So noble gas configuration means following octet rule, 8 electron, and there is one drawback also. If that is following duplet rule also, first shell having 2 electron, that is also noble gas configuration and stable only. So if I look for all the configuration, yes, this not carbon, C is basically just a random number they have given to it, random alphabet. So 288, 8, कौन सा element है ये? Argon. Obviously stable, and this 2 electron, that is helium. Noble gas configuration, right? So F and C, C and F are those 2 elements which are very stable, and group 2 of the periodic table. So if I talk about group 2 matlab valence electron 2. So 1, don't say this is also group 2 because that's noble gas configuration, okay? Valence electron 2 nahi hai. You can't donate 2 electron from this shell, okay? So ye hai this only. 2882, which is calcium, right? So calcium is the answer for this, that is alphabet A, having 20 as the atomic number. So let's go for the next part. Group 16 of the periodic table, I told in one of the question, group 16 matlab 6 as the valence electron, remove 10 out of it. Agar 2 se zyada valence electron hai, you have to add 10 to decide the group number, and vice versa. If you need valence electron, you have to subtract 10 out of it. तो 6 valence electron देखो कहाँ है? B and D, right? B and D. B element कौन सा है? 2, 6. मतलब 8 electron oxygen. This is your oxygen, and 286 क्या हुआ? 16 valence electron, which is your sulfur. Okay? So oxygen and sulfur, B and D is the answer for the same. Correct? Next question, what type of bond will be formed when the element A reacts with B? So if I write A here, B here, A ka configuration is 2882, which is nothing but your calcium. If I talk about B, which is 26, which is nothing but oxygen. And we know that metal, non-metal, this has 2 extra electron, it can donate its 2 electron to be 2 oxygen to have 8 electron in the last shell and achieve stability. So calcium is going to lose its 2 electron to oxygen completely, and ionic bond is something that is going to form. कौन सा बॉन्ड बनेगा बच्चा लोग? आयोनिक बॉन्ड, बिकॉज ऑफ द फॉर्मेशन ऑफ आयंस, पॉजिटिव एंड नेगेटिव चार्ज. Yes, is this clear? Yes. So this question also super duper clear and easy only. This type of a question only generally going to come for the exam. ठीक है? Very nice. Let's move to next question now. This question is saying the atomic number of chlorine is 17, which we know. On the basis of this information, answer the following question. Write the electronic configuration of chlorine, which is super easy. Chlorine is having 17 as the atomic number, so the configuration would be 287. And valency, 7 valence electron means to stabilize itself. What is valency? The tendency of an element, or we also call combining capacity of an any element. If any element wants to combine with the other element, how many, कैसे combine करेगा? अपने आप तो करेगा नहीं, right? So how many electron it is going to lose to it, gain from it, or share to combine with itself, okay? और कितना lose, कितना share and कितना gain, that is totally going to dependent upon the octet rule. 1, 2, 3 electron, up to 3 electron, you can easily lose out of an atom. 1 to 3 electron you can easily accept from an atom according to energy consideration. 4 valence electron, 4 believes in sharing more. Okay, so 7 matlab it is so much easy for it to accept 1 electron, right? So ye kya karega? It can accept 1 electron. So obviously kya ho gayi? Valency 1 only. Or you can also call 1 because 1 accept करेगा. You can also say -1. -1 मतलब minus. Minus is representing gain of electron. Negative मतलब electron only. Right? So both is correct only. ठीक है? Let's move to next part of it. To which group does it belong? Again very easy. Just by looking at the elements configuration we can easily decide कौन से ग्रुप से बिलोंग करता है. मोर देन 2 वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन मीन्स यू हैव टू ऐड 10 to decide the group number, that is 17th group number, and we also call it halogen वाला group, halogens. ठीक है? Why we call it halogens? Halo word मतलब salt, halogen, halo generator, like salt former, जो salt बनाते हैं, so they make salt with the metal just like NaCl, right? Identify the type of ion it will form. So definitely, as I told you, -1 matlab chlorine is accepting 1 electron to stabilize itself. Matlab accepting matlab gaining of 1 electron and gain 1 negative charge. Ion matlab whatever the positive or negative charge any element which has. Okay, so that is this only. What we call it? Chloride ion. Whenever you have any non-metal having negative charge, you will always put "ide" in the end. Oxide, chloride, fluoride, nitride, sulfide, so on. Okay? Yes. Write down the formula of the compound it forms with other elements. Formula of the compound which it forms with other elements. So we know that this is something which is your non-metal. It has a capacity to combine with the metal, right? So if I talk about metal के साथ combination, I can say that any element which has also 1 valency that can combine with this non-metal, like NaCl, sodium is going to lose electron and chlorine is going to accept electron. So I can also say group 1 के साथ that can combine to give you salt, है ना? Group 1 के साथ it is going to combine with salt. और group 1 का जो first element है, that is your hydrogen. Hydrogen के साथ it can combine to give you acid. So it has a capacity to make salt as well as acid, and it can combine with itself in the form of Cl2 also, but वो पूछ रहा है other element के साथ. Okay, so that can also form acid. It's a very important question, good question. Please make some short notes for it, okay? Or else please download the PDF. Right, this is clear. That has a capacity to make acid as well as salt. Yes, so very good and important question. I hope प्लीज रिप्लाई मैम, फंडा इज सुपर डुपर क्लियर. देखो एग्जाम में आया हुआ क्वेश्चन है, फंडा इज क्लियर, फंडा क्लियर है मैम. Okay, so one more question I'll tell you, then I'll give you homework also so that I can get your response back that ma'am हमने पूरा वीडियो देखा है and we are responding to you as well. Okay, and we appreciate your efforts as well, so this we are doing only. Question क्या है? The modern periodic table has been evolved. I told you ना, I'll tell you the drawback and advantages in one of the question. तो वो यही है. Evolved through the early attempts of Dobereiner, then Newland and then Mendeleev's list. One advantage and one limitation of all of these three attempts. So it's like Dober कहाँ है? Dobereiner, Dobereiner, Newland and we have Mendeleev also. Okay, हाँ. तो ये तीनों साइंटिस्ट है. What basically was advantage and disadvantage for the same? If I talk about Dobereiner, we know that he is the first scientist to classify all the elements in the basis of triads. So a good attempt to classify all the elements in form of groups. Okay, but drawback is something that he is the one who able to give only 3 triads. Even when more and more elements got discovered, he didn't bother to tell you some more and more groups or some more and more triads. Okay, so that is one of the drawback. If I talk about Newland, so he is the one scientist who loves music and believes in the notes of music. So this scientist the one who make our study easy by giving the law of octet in such a way that he said that properties are going to repeat it. Properties of elements are going to repeat it in such a way, just like 8th note of music is repeated, same way 8th element from the first element is going to have simultaneous property. So he is the one who gave us a table which makes the study easy in such a way that lithium is having simultaneous property with sodium and beryllium is having simultaneous property with magnesium and so on. क्योंकि ये 8th position पे आता है, ये इसके 8th position पे आ रहा था in his table. So good approach to classify the elements in a very beautiful way. But drawback बहुत था. Drawback क्या था? Drawback is something that is only limited up to very light elements, up to calcium only. तो mass के base पे ही only arranged the elements on the basis of increasing atomic mass. But up to calcium, this is following this order that 8th element is going to have similar property. After that, no, not at all. Properties were not matching. Okay, so drawback क्या है? Only up to calcium it was applied. ऐसा नहीं है कि और भी नहीं है, और भी drawback है. You can go through any book. If you find any difficulty, let me know. Right? Mendeleev sir is very much important person for this discovering of modern periodic table by giving the modern periodic law. Very better approach. Okay, modern periodic law nahi, sorry, this Mendeleev's periodic law, he said that elements should be arranged in the basis of atomic mass, increasing atomic mass, and gave a very good table by talking about the chemical properties of element also by making their oxides and hydrides, right? So what did he do? He make oxides and hydrides of all the elements present at that time and group them together on the basis of elements following the same oxide and hydride. In this way, his table was so much important to talk about the elements, their position, a better approach. So it's a good table. And that time बहुत ज़्यादा contribute किया था उसने. But yes, as I told you like previously also, drawback बहुत सारा था. One of the drawback is like if you arrange on the basis of atomic mass, that's not a better approach because then you need to give position to all the isotopes. मतलब different slot you need to give to all the isotope as well. Just like chlorine 2 isotope, 35, 37, carbon 3 isotope, C12, C13, C14 and so on. So if you go for this, then you should have given all the different slots to all the isotope, which is not a better approach, right? Because if you do it, तो कोई sense नहीं बनेगा table को. You are repeating the same element, right? So one of the drawback of Mendeleev, then who came? This are Henry Moseley, who only said that the better approach is to approach to what through atomic number, arrange through atomic number, because that's the fundamental property of any element that is not going to change at all. ठीक है, that is what we are studying right now. That also has some of the other drawback which we are going to cover later on with time, है ना. Hydrogen का position is still the drawback. So nowadays scientists are approaching in such a way that they are taking the hydrogen, and maybe later on in time you will see your hydrogen differently, separately from your periodic table and placed in between the periodic table. Okay, so this is that approach, you can go for that. Yes, so I hope the question is clear for all of you. Now let's go for next part. Name the scientist who first all showed that atomic number of an element is more of the fundamental property. As I told you, Henry Moseley is the one who told you for the same, and he only who gave the modern periodic law that the element should be arranged in such a way that their properties are repeating on the basis of atomic number, because that's a better approach, not the mass, because atomic number is the periodic function of the elements written in the periodic table. Right, funda clear hai? I hope this is, because that was such an important question, and in a way don't worry at all. You are like, ma'am, periodic classification, we have covered so many important questions and almost so many concepts of periodic classifications are done. Okay, so do follow it till the end. And how will I get to know about the same? If you'll do this homework, मैं side में हो जाती हूँ, just take a screenshot and please do let me know the answer in the chat box. Right? मुश्किल नहीं है, same kind of a question which we have approached throughout the class. Right? I hope done taking with screenshot. So thank you so much on this note. I hope you have enjoyed the video. How would I get to know about the same? If you're going to like it, and बहुत सारा like करना, I'll be waiting for your affection and love towards all the teachers here. And please, all the newcomers, subscribe to Vedantu 9th and 10th, because we are helping our way best ताकि आप board में बहुत अच्छा कर सको and तोड़ दो फोड़ दो. Right? So on this note, we are going to meet next time. Till that, bye bye, take care, stay happy, stay healthy, all the very best.